Hi guys, welcome to my kitchen. We are going to be talking about meal planning today. I really hope that this video will inspire you to start meal planning, and I hope that it helps answer any questions on how to get started. I'm going to try to keep it just as simple as I can, and I will include some close-ups and stuff so you can see what I'm talking about, because I will be showing you my actual meal plan calendar and all of that good stuff. So let's just get right into it. So step number one is to get a plan for your meal plan. You are going to need some kind of meal calendar, whether it be like a journal like I have, or some kind of a blackboard. Really anything will work as long as you have a calendar. I actually have this little journal here, and I really like this because each page has the actual calendar, and then it has a little pocket where you can insert any recipes or grocery list, and I like that it can just keep everything organized. So just basically get a plan of what you want to do. You can either start out by doing weekly meal planning, bi-weekly, which that's what I'm going to be doing, so I'm going to be planning for 2 weeks, or you can do a full month of meal planning. And I find that that is actually the best way to save money. But I will go further into the monthly planning in a later video. Today I'm just going to keep it simple and talk about what I'm doing, which is the bi-weekly meal planning. Okay, so after you decide what you are going to be doing, you're going to get your calendar ready and organized so that you can plan out your meals for either the week or the 2 weeks or the month. Okay, so number two is choosing your meals. So to make things really easy and simple for me, I like to use a master recipe list, and I actually just keep one on my phone, and it has like all of our favorite recipes. It has recipes that we want to try. That way when I go to meal plan, I can just pull up that list and choose the meals that we want for that time period. This time I actually wrote down some meals on this piece of paper, and I went ahead and picked 30 new meals so that I would have enough for the entire month of November, even though I'm only planning for 2 weeks. That way it gives me a ton to choose from, because we're kind of getting burnt out on using the same recipes. So I encourage you to get a list of meals that you guys like, and be sure to include some recipes that will be new and something fun that you guys like to try. I will include in the description down below a list of recipes, and if you want, you can just copy and paste that into your phone, and that will give you something to start off of. Okay, so after you look over your meal list and you get an idea of what meals you're going to put onto your meal plan, you want to make sure to plan wisely. And what I mean by that is look over the week or weeks that you are going to be planning for, and make sure you keep in mind any appointments or maybe any outings or anything that is going to possibly make it a little bit harder to plan a meal. That way when you're planning for that day, you can take into account that maybe you need to plan something easy, maybe you need to plan something that is cooking in the crock pot all day, or maybe you just need to plan to eat leftovers that day, if you're into leftovers, of course. So just make sure to plan really wisely and take into account what you have going on for those weeks. And what I do is I basically just look over my normal planner where I have my appointments and stuff, and then I won't write details on the meal list, but I'll make sure to write like 6:15 appointment. That way when I'm writing down the recipes, I can just make sure to remember, like, I'm not going to be home that night, so do something easy or cook something that can cook all day without me at home. And then also for us, we are total leftover eaters in this house. So I also like to plan for that. If I'm making a meal that I know we are going to have a ton of leftovers, then I can just incorporate those leftovers with the next day meals. That way we don't end up with a ton of waste in our refrigerator, because that's one thing that I love about meal planning, is that we end up eating all of the food that we have and we don't end up with a ton of waste. So just really think about what you're planning, and say you're having we're gonna have chicken tortilla soup one day. well, I know that it makes a huge amount. So the next day we might have that chicken tortilla soup, but maybe a grilled cheese sandwich with it or something like that. Okay, and then for me also, I just write down the dinner meals on the calendar because those tend to be something different every day or every night. And then to the side, I have an extra paper that will have our breakfast, lunch, snack, and extras like drinks and things like that, because those things for us tend to be kind of the same thing or just a variety of things. I don't really plan out what we're going to have each day for breakfast or lunch. Okay, so the third step is to grocery shop. So make sure that before you grocery shop, you write a list, and you want to make sure that this list has everything that you are going to need. So what I do is I start on my meal plan, and I will start with the first day that's on the meal plan and make sure to write all of the ingredients that I need to buy for that meal, and so on and so forth. So just go through each day and make sure to write down all of the ingredients that you need for that. And then I head over to the page that has the breakfast, lunch, and snack ideas. I will incorporate that into our grocery list. And then I kind of look through the kitchen and just do an overall look to make sure there's nothing else that I am missing that we need, like maybe milk or eggs or maybe some baking ingredients. That way you write down on your list every single thing that you will need, because I find that one thing that will keep us from being successful at doing the meal planning is if I have to run to the store to grab eggs, well, I tend to end up buying more things, and I know you guys do too. So just make sure to write down every single thing that you will really need for your grocery list. And then of course when you're at the grocery store, just make sure to stick to your list. So the fourth step is to meal prep. And what I mean by that is, like, at the beginning of the week, we will cut up a ton of snacks like carrots or apples, you know, things that we might want to snack on. I will make like a big batch of a chicken salad that we can use for the lunches, because I kind of feel like, for us at least, lunches are one area where it's hard to stick to not eating out, because we are out a lot during the day and Hans works. So if you prep like at the beginning of the week, or maybe prep like every couple days, then you will have things to be ready. You can grab something or you can pack it to go. That way you can make sure that you're not going to have to run to Taco Bell and get something on the way. Well guys, I think that's all there really is to meal planning. And then the only tips that I really have for you would just be to make sure that you're planning wisely. Make sure to take into account any outings or appointments that you're going to have. Make sure to prep things ahead of time so that you can stick to your list, and that will make things much easier for you. And then just plan for what your family's needs are for food. If you are not someone who likes leftovers, then that's fine. Don't plan to use those leftovers if you know you're really not going to use them. The great thing about meal planning is that it can work for any family, it can work for any food needs, and you can really make it your own no matter what. So I hope that this helped you and gave you some tips to get started on meal planning, and I hope that this helps you not eat out, and I also hope that you join us for Neon, No Eating Out November. That was kind of what inspired me to make this video, and I also wanted to let you guys know that I will also be making a couple more videos on this subject, and I'm going to go more into depth on full monthly planning and budgeting, and then I will also do a video on meal planning with freezer meals. So let me know down below if you're interested in any of those, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!